what you are, what you eat eats. So that's talking about the quality of the food, and what you put in your mouth becomes a part of you. Just like we were connected to that mountain because we climbed it, we conquered it. The mountain wouldn't exist without us, and vice versa. You know, valuing ourselves, not to be a saint, to enjoy our life. You guys seen me, you've seen the spread we've had, what we're eating. You know, we had burgers yesterday with it. It's not about living on rabbit food or nothing that casts a shadow. It's understanding that I can eat a lot of good food, I can enjoy my life. Sorry, Rip. Fuck, I knew we had one. That's right. Valuing ourselves. I value myself. I value myself and my life enough to go, I need energy, man. And it doesn't come from... That's why I'm really proud of myself with Roman. I didn't slip back into 8 coffees a day like I was. I don't know, some people I've heard some horror stories, but I didn't slip back into that when Lillian was born, and that pattern of going, I need to create superficial energy and almost an illusion that this is the answer. And what do? With every area of life, she'll be right, I'll fix it one day. I'll get on top of it one day until a breakdown comes. Because things are working, aren't they? You go for a walk, and generally, I don't know about you guys, but generally after that 40-minute mark, it's just a change. It's like, yeah. And then the world starts to speak to you. Walking, running, anything. So understanding that movement is life in many areas, including creating space, might be subtle. There's a lot of value in seeing that, like you said, you stretch, you get moving, you get mobile, the body's activated, it's churning over the way that you're dictating, just like the food that we eat. It's a good share, mate. Because I felt horrible this morning. I woke up, and obviously with my knee, without realising, the boys spotted me on a little bit. I'm looking after it coming down, which means my left calf is fucked. So I'm doing a bit of mobility all there on the left side, which is a common theme and pattern with my body when I've ever done weights to protect that knee subconsciously. Since I've been moving this morning, and since I had Mojo and Gaz bought me a coffee and Rob bought me a coffee, I'm sweet. Yeah, you've got to enjoy it. I mean, there's a lot of manoeuvrability with the program, and Swanee does an awesome job. But yeah, Hawkeye's great with endurance. We see that. You do long walks, even with carrying logs, your training sessions, 400 or 500 reps. Like, it's there. So you want to build muscle, and you guys will understand what he means tomorrow. You've got how heavy do we lift, how long are our muscles working, and what's the rest period in between. They're the 3 elements that creates an adaptation to the tissue. So if you want to build muscle, we can't be doing long endurance things as much. We're going to need to have more time under tension and make the mechanical load enough so you don't get hurt, but enough so that you're creating splits and tears in the muscle fibres to then repair and become more. That's a big breakthrough, because otherwise you'll just keep doing 500 reps and going, why don't I ever build muscle? But what we're looking at here, we've got 1,000 minutes a day, right? If we're going to operate at about 60%, as a standard, yeah, we're going all right, awesome. Can I give myself 5%? Okay, cool. If that's 50 minutes, if we're going to look at it that way. Are you willing to give 50 minutes to shoot this up to 75 to 80% for the rest of the day? Is it worth it? Yeah. Does it have to be 5% of your day? Fuck, it's crazy, isn't it? It looks so small. Now 1% creates space, 10 minutes. 5%, and if we include that into your training, and we include that into your training, creating space, even going for walks, lucky, 15%, that's 2.5 hours. You wouldn't even need that. So when we look at this, we break it down, it's like, okay, I'm going to give something. Give and take, the way the world works. So I'm going to give. But then I have the opportunity to take and get back. That's worth it, like what you said. That's been huge for me. Like, I've had less knee issues, even though it's going to slowly deteriorate because I'm spending more time on what's going to give me more bang for my buck. That we're talking about here in what can I do to move myself forward the right way, physically and mentally? And this is the breakthrough, fellas. You're one in the same, but you're also separate. So this is you. You want to call it consciousness, your internal, your mind, your brain, whatever. This is you and this is your body. What we're establishing here is a better relationship with yourself, your own body. So you can treat them separate. And I've done that. Like, I'm serious. I used to talk to my knee every single session when I was doing CrossFit at a high level, and I would literally put that energy and love and go, everything's going to be good today, I'm going to work good, you're going to be strong. And you see that. You see it with a lot of pro athletes, they do that stuff. But for me, that was a reinforcement. Regardless of what it did, it created a neural pathway internally to make sure that I'm connected with my knee and I'm aware. That's why things like flossing are good. That's awesome. Sparks the nervous system, doing your mobility, all that. So we need to make sure we break down these barriers and understand that we can utilise the internal, external, these separate entities, who you are and what you're actually doing with your body, and we can actually bring them together as well to go, I know this is going to bring value in my life doing this, this and this to also how I feel. So when I get that sweet spot here and I'm executing here and moving forward and I'm doing it in the right way that's prioritising the time I have, I'll win. Like, it's such a big thing. Same with the nutrition, but touching on today and obviously tomorrow morning we'll change sides. Very valuable to understand. You are one and the same, but you need to develop that relationship, and you can leverage this being a different part of me to go, I'm going to work with you and make you better. I'm going to work with you and make you better. Posture, perfect example. I'm going to work and make this better because I know what it's going to do for me. You're establishing a better relationship. It's a science as well, in connection with your body. Yeah, you know, and we don't live like saying the gymnasts and Olympic lifters, they do Jefferson curls, all sorts of awesome shit. Full range is great. I don't live like a stiff, but it's also important to know, all right, well, how am I holding myself? I can be great for an hour in the gym. I could do an hour of mobility. Awesome. What am I doing for the rest of the day? I'm in the office. Okay, do I set an alarm and a timer? I might not be upright all day, but at least I'm getting half the battle, and that's moving forward. That's a big thing too. So, now what do you want out of life? What are all of his answers built around his feelings? Yeah? How you want to feel about yourself? Well, that. Same with our exercise. Like if I didn't look after my knee, it was fucked. I wouldn't be feeling very good. Like how do you feel when your back's good?
Oh, excellent.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
You know? And then obviously there's the alternative too. So.